Marking today's anniversary, we have correction officers and honor guards from all over the country that have come to support our families. We'd like to say thank you for your support. We'd also like to recognize any and all the CERT officers that are stationed on the ground. And today we have some very special guests with us today. Each has a few words to say. They'd like to say, I'd like to introduce the current acting commissioner, Anthony Annucci. Commissioner?
Good afternoon. I am both honored and humbled to be here with all of you on this very solemn occasion, the 50th anniversary of the retaking of Attica Correctional Facility. And I thank you for inviting me to be part of your memorial gathering. Your presence here is not just a tradition, as was just stated, it is now a right that has been codified into statutory law. It is hard for me to believe that it has been 7 years since I last attended this annual gathering back in 2014, when we also arranged for the released artifacts from that terrible day in 1971 to be transferred to the appropriate survivors and family members in as dignified and as sensitive a manner as we could possibly provide. It is also hard for me to believe that it has been 19 years since the forgotten victims of Attica provided such compelling, heart-wrenching testimony and written submissions to the Attica Task Force. For me personally, your words will haunt me for the rest of my life. In fact, because of the significance of this anniversary, I took the time to reread the transcripts of those who testified at the hearings in 2002, as well as reread the written submissions you had provided. In some ways, the effect of this experience was even more profound for me than when I was present at the actual hearings, since with each revelation, I could stop reading, I could put down the transcript, and then I could carefully think about and even try to visualize what was being described, and inevitably come to the hard realization that no human being should have ever been made to go through that horrific experience. And as I reread the transcripts and again absorbed the incredible, painful words of the different family members, I also realized that the 11 men whose names appear on the monument here at Attica were far more than just everyday people who went to work one day like millions of other New Yorkers, but who unfortunately happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time and got caught up in the maelstrom of the riot. They were husbands, fathers, sons, friends, neighbors, and co-workers who were not just loved by their families, but also loved and held in the highest esteem by their community. They were, to use a term that we often use to describe such people, they were the salt of the earth.
11 killed during the riot. Then the names that have died since the riot. Kent will ring our bell. Dean has since passed away.
Edward Cunningham. John DiArcangelo. Elmer Hardy. Herbert Jones. Richard Lewis. John Montleone. William Quinn. Carl Vallone. Eline Warner. Ronald Warner. Harrison Whalen. Robert Curtis. Richard Fargo. Don Head. Elmer Hewen. Ken Jennings. Lynn Johnson. Frank Klein. Gordon Knickerbocker. Paul Crotes. Edward Miller. Al Mitzel. Anthony Pravy. Gerald Rieger. Al Robbins. Paul Rosencrantz. Anthony Sangiacomo. Arthur Smith. G.B. Smith. Dean Stenshorn. Frank Strollo. Robert Van Buren, Frank Wald, Gary Walker, Philip Watkins, Dean Wright, Walt Samowski.